welcome back to my channel.
Welcome back to my channel.
In today's video, I am going to be painting on something quite interesting. I'm so excited about this. The other day I was shopping when I came across this beautiful little mini drawer. And I thought it was the perfect item I needed in order to organize some of the tiny craft supplies that I had. So this is what I'll be painting on today, and I have so many good ideas, I don't know what to go for. So I sketched out a few things in my sketchbook. I have come down to these three examples, these three ideas. On the first box, I'm going to be doing like a paintbrush, and then the second one, I'll be doing like this outer space, moon, star shine, planet kind of thing. And on the last box, I'm going to be doing this fluffy little cotton candy and this lollipop. So I'm very, very excited about these. So I have the boxes here.
Hey, turn it around.
Because the main part of my design is going to be on the boxes, I'm going to keep the drawer itself quite simple. So all the drawings are going to be on these three boxes. So I have sanded them down, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint a coat of white acrylic paint on top just to get them started. It is better to use gesso. You're actually supposed to use gesso, but I don't have gesso,
and I can order it, but by the time it comes, obviously it's not going to be now. So we're just going to go ahead and start with one coat of acrylic paint and hope that creates enough barrier so that my designs don't seep through the wood, because that's what happens if you don't use gesso.
So we're either going to learn and it's going to be a great day, or I'm either going to fail and you guys can laugh at me. Woo! You know, win-win situation for you guys, not for me. So I actually know how to make gesso at home. You kind of use baking powder, cornstarch, glue. You kind of mix these ingredients together with white acrylic paint, and you can kind of get a gesso consistency. But I was like, do I really need to? So I ended up just mixing a little bit of clear glue with white acrylic paint, and then adding a little bit of water just to get it to be a little bit more runny and not chunky. So that worked great. It was kind of seeping into the wood in the beginning because I felt like I added too much water. But then when I made the consistency a bit more chunkier, then it worked pretty good. All I did after I was done painting was I let them to dry. I'm finally finished with putting the layers of white acrylic paint that I had mixed with glue. And as you can see, the coverage is quite well. It's pretty good. This is the wood, and this is the side. These are the sides that I painted. So the coverage is pretty good. In the beginning, it was seeping into the wood quite a bit. So I figured maybe I should thicken the consistency. So I added a bit more acrylic paint, and at the very end, on like the 5th and 6th coat, it started covering up properly, so I'm happy with this. Now I'm going to go ahead and color these boxes with the background color that I have chosen for each one. So I'm going for a light yellow, a light purple, and a light light blue color for the backgrounds. And I'm hoping that there will be more coverage before I actually start drawing the images. So I'm going to go ahead and mix my paint with a lot of white.
Let's make things interesting, shall we?
Bloop, 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 bloop,
After a whole lot of mixing, I'm finally ready to start painting the background of these boxes. So I'm going to start off with the yellow one because I'm very happy with the way the yellow and the purple turned out. They are light but not too pastel-y, so they are perfect. I want them to stay vibrant but be light enough so that the images that I draw on top of them can stand out even more. But with regards to the blue, I'm not really happy with the way the blue turned out because I kind of had a sky blue color in mind, and sky blue is more lighter and more, I don't know, it just seems more happier, more vibrant. This is more of an ocean kind of blue. I think it's just called light blue instead of sky blue. So I wasn't too happy with the blue, but I really didn't want to start all over again and waste all of this paint, so I just stick through. Here are the boxes. They turned out perfect. I love the background color, and now they are all dried. As you guys know, I decided to paint the inside of each box as well because I didn't use masking tape to kind of cover the edges, so I figured let me just paint the inside. Now I'm going ahead and I'm sketching the images that I want to draw, the pictures that I want to draw or paint on the boxes. A quick sketch is always great because it keeps you from messing up. So this is the number 1. And for the second one, I went for a moon design. I put a big moon with clouds around it, with planets and like Saturn around it and some stars around it. I kind of wanted this galaxy kind of feel, but later on I'll kind of regret this design because I had to use a lot of white and the white wasn't showing. And then for the last one, I did the cotton candy / lollipop design. Now I'm painting the first one. I actually wanted something rainbow on each of them just so that that's something that can connect all of them. Even though they're so different, I wanted them to kind of be similar in some aspect. So I kind of started this weird diagonal kind of rainbow design, which I absolutely hated. But overall, at the end, it ended up becoming my favorite. So that's what I'm doing right now. I was at this point kind of thinking whether I should use the paint markers on the next one. So that's what I'm doing. For the next one, I decided to try the white paint marker, but it was giving me a hard time. As you guys can see, it wasn't working, so I just moved on to the colors of the rainbow, and those were working quite fine. I was trying to use the white again to see if it kind of works or what happened, but it wasn't working, so I just continued with the rainbow. I don't know why I decided to do this weird rainbow stripe kind of thing on the moon, but at the end I was like, it's fine, it looks okay. So the paint marker for the purple didn't work, so I just used paint after that, and I was like, I kind of gave up on paint markers until I tried using the black one to kind of outline the first design that I had, but it wasn't outlining, so I made this very small thin paintbrush, but that wasn't working. So at the end I went through my stuff and I came across a permanent marker, so at the end that kind of saved everything, but it kind of also ruined everything because the lines that it created were very thick, and I wasn't really going for that thick kind of contrast kind of design, but it was better than the weird funky blobby paint. As you guys can probably tell, I was kind of messing up on some areas, and I don't know why I drew the next part of the brush because that kind of looked like the paint was see-through and I don't know what was going on. But anyways, I let my second design dry, and now I was going back with the paint markers. I figured maybe the silver one works, so I was using that to add some bling bling, to the design. And at this point, I also went back to my first design and added some bling bling to that one as well. And this is how this one looked like. I loved it. It was beautiful, or it is beautiful. Now for the last design, I honestly expected it to be a bit better. I don't know why, but I guess it's because of the blue background, but things weren't so crispy, weren't so colorful and vibrant on this one. But I did this swirly lollipop, and I figured that would be the best thing to make rainbow on this one. So I really liked it, but it was just not crispy and it wasn't as vibrant as I would want it to be. But after that, after finishing the swirl, I added like a little bow on the lollipop, which you guys will see after. But I also painted the actual bookshelf. Wait, what? No, bookshelf. Excuse my horrible commentary. I sometimes speak faster than I can think. Anyways, I meant the drawer. And then after the drawer, I put this cute little bow on the lollipop. And then I started the Mod Podge process. As you guys can see, it's going really, really fast because I didn't want you guys to stare at something boring. So I just put it very, very fast, and I have to commentary very, 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 very fast. And I don't even know what I'm saying. And yeah. Here is the final result, guys. Here we have all 3 boxes. I've put them inside the actual drawer, and the Mod Podge has dried. So I think everything looks pretty good. In terms of the designs, in all honesty, this is not what I had envisioned. I imagined the designs to be much more better than this. I didn't think that it would be a little more difficult in reality to kind of draw them out, especially because I was having so much difficulty with the paint markers and with my brushes and with trying to get thin lines. But overall, I think obviously it is much, much better than the plain version. I'm very happy with how it turned out. And now I am going to be placing a few of my crafts inside the drawer. So I have the scrapbooking strings. I'm going to put this in one of the drawers. and I have some keychain craft materials that I'll be using in my future videos that I'll be putting in the other ones. But with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope this gives you guys some inspiration to decorate your own organizers and your own stationery. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!